In this video, I want to look at another application of the Pythagorean theorem. So in this case, we're going to look at a triangle that has x's in two different places. We have an x over here, so one side is x, and then the hypotenuse is x plus 4, and then this other side is 8. Okay, well, we're going to set up Pythagorean theorem just like we normally would. So the legs, x squared plus 8 squared equal the hypotenuse, and you have to remember you want to square that whole thing, so you have to put it in parentheses. Okay, so x squared is x squared. 8 squared is 64. And now x plus 4 squared. So we actually have to FOIL this out, meaning that we're really going to write it as x plus 4 times x plus 4, and then do the first terms multiplied together, the outside, the inside, and the last. So you've probably seen this in algebra. I'm not going to do it in detail. I'm just going to go ahead and write it. You should probably get used to doing this in your head, so you don't have to write it out. Imagine x times x is x squared. Then the cross terms, we'll get x times 4, 4x. 4 times x, another 4x. So when you add them together, 8x. And then the last term, 4 times 4, 16. Okay. And I can combine the 64 and the 16, and I also have an x squared on each side, so I could subtract off x squared. In fact, let's do that first. So if I get rid of the x squareds on both sides, I get 64 equals 8x plus 16. Great. And now I want to get the x by itself, so 8x equals, and if I take that 16 and subtract it over to the other side, 64 minus 16 ends up being 48. And then I divide both sides by 8. So x is 48 divided by 8. But that's a nice number. That's just 6. And if you want to check, you can plug back in. 8 squared plus 6 squared should equal 10 squared.